Okay, let's talk about how we helped this one location smoothie shop get some pretty cool and revealing data on the front end. We're also going to dig into all the stuff that we do, from awareness to database to sales. But this really got my attention because the stats a lot of other places didn't show that 90% of their audience was female. And why is that important? Well, that's one of the 6 items we gather for our clients that helps them understand how they can market their restaurant, smoothie shop, ice cream shop more efficiently, more effectively. Now, on the back porch, it's the summer here in Kentucky, so you're going to hear some crickets. There's a golf course back there, so you might hear that as well. But hey, we are home chilling on a Sunday. We're going to talk about some restaurant marketing results. So let's go to the next slide. Let's talk about what we do specifically for businesses like this. This is a quick little peek into what we got for them. And I'm going to go deeper. We have 4 slides towards the end of this. It's about 5 to 10 minute long presentation, but I'm going to walk you through this information. This is what's really key. One of the things we get for our clients outside of exposure and people in a database and outside of sales is data, is knowing the gender of the customers walking in your business, knowing the frequency of their visits in the past. Are they a frequent customer, lost or new? And then also knowing why they visit your restaurant, or in this case, smoothie shop. As you can see, meal replacement, post-workout, healthy eating, healthy treat. Let's dig into it. Okay, there's 3 things that we hope to help you understand in this presentation. Number 1, how to spend your ad dollars. Number 2, how to spend your ad dollars to drive a database. And number 3, how to spend your advertising to drive that database to drive sales. Because the bottom path is what most businesses take. They spend marketing dollars and marketing efforts to drive sales. And I was talking to a business last month, and we were talking about this. They did a big billboard campaign, and they agreed, hey, the billboard worked. When we run it, people come in. Well, guess what? If you want to keep getting those people to come in month over month, you better keep running that billboard. I want you to spend your money each month to acquire new people. And that's what we do. We spend money for clients every month on Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube. We help them get attention that puts people into a database. Then we use that database for years to come. So the 3 things we always try and get our clients to understand. 3 ways to grow your business. Find new customers, gain repeat visits, and increase your average check size. And the only way you do all of those is by knowing your current customers down here at the bottom. If you don't actually know the people who are visiting your business, number 1, you can't optimize your marketing on the front end to find people just like your regular customers. What I mean is, when I show you later on the impressions we've gotten for this brand on Facebook and Instagram through paid, you're going to see how we can use those people that walk in the restaurant and drive them and use that data for the front end on the ads. The second part is, how do you get somebody to come back? Somebody tells you they're a lost customer. What are you doing to get them to come back 1 or 2 more times really quick? And last but not least, what are you putting in their phone to get them to spend more on the next visit? And that comes to this. Our goal and your goal should be to be in your customer's phone every week. I challenge you, next time you're in a restaurant, yours or somebody else's, look around. What's everybody on? What's delaying their drink order? What's delaying their food order? And what are they playing on and not eating their food when their food comes? Because I was guilty of it 2 nights ago. It's their phone. If you're at a stoplight, what are they on? The guy you're honking at to move, what's he on? He's on his phone. Everywhere you go, the phone dominates our attention. The question is your restaurant, is your brand dominating your customers' attention in that phone? Are you reaching them consistently? So these are the 6 things we do. I'm going to fly through them. Number 1, step 1, we use marketing to gain attention. That's what all marketing's for. Radio, TV, billboards, whatever it is, all marketing should be used to gain attention. We use that attention to build a database. As you'll see, we drive people into Messenger with email and text and birthdays gathered in there. We build a database from that attention we just gained. That's a big step most businesses don't do. The next part is, we do drive front-end sales. Yes, we're driving some sales. As I mentioned earlier, spend your money to build a database, then drive sales. So once we get people's information, now we're driving them in to gain front-end sales, sales that help us recoup some of the ad spend on the front end, because every month we're getting new people. Then we gain valuable customer data, as I showed you there. And last but not least, we've now got a bunch of information we can use to target people via email and text on their birthday, and also targeted online marketing, Facebook, Instagram, and just all over the internet. When you can talk to people in a more specific manner, as I'll show you with this data, you can have more success. So here's this client. They're live a month right now. You can see when they actually went live, end of July, right down there, that chart shows it. Their ads went live, their organic went live, and it did great. And so go backwards. We're sitting here 1 month in, we've reached right around 50,000 people, 59,000 impressions, frequency of 1.35. And the key metric about that frequency is that shows that if we got a really high frequency, that means we're reaching the same people over and over who aren't engaging in our program. Because when people engage in our program, we opt them out of seeing future ads. So we want to keep our frequency below 2. Engagements down low. 851 people engaged in this marketing so far, paid. 42 comments, 29 shares. Some clients' programs do unbelievable with the comments. Some of them do better with the send message campaign. As you can see, this one has done really well with people sending the messages. You'll see next, because the database doesn't lie. Here's this client a month in. 465 people have opted into Messenger, of which 464 gave us their email. That's pretty good pull-through rate. That means we're finding the right people. 437 of those people also gave us their phone number, and then 423 of them also gave their birthday. Now, really cool thing is looking at the data that comes in. Seeing that this client's database, when I first made this screenshot, the 89%, it was 89. Now it's 90.1. We can see that females are their clientele. So that helps us adjust the messaging. It helps them see, okay, what should we be posting on Facebook or Instagram? What's going to relate to a female and not Matt Platt, because that's who's spending money with us. Frequency. Look at the number of people that were lost. These are the people that hadn't been in a while. You know why they hadn't been in a while, I guess, is because what's happened in 2020 this year with the pandemic. And then new customers. And then last but not least, this customer we ask a little differently. Some customers we ask, you dine for lunch or dinner at the restaurant. This customer asking, why are you drinking their smoothies? You can see meal replacement, big one. Post-workout, big one. Healthy choice, healthy treat. And so we're able to find out why people are using the product, and we can use all that information to retarget them in a more effective manner down the road. Okay, sales. Everybody asks about sales. Sales. Unfortunately, I created that monster because we're the ones that started teaching people how to track sales on the front end. Here's what their program looks like, and this is what we're looking at. When we look at their program, we look for a couple things. Number one, we want to get a good return on ad spend. So if you look in this top part, historical, we're not looking at yesterday because yesterday doesn't tell a full picture. 7 days isn't bad. We can see we spent $72. We got 60 opt-ins. We got $1,100 in sales. But if you go down to month to date and 30-day, 30-day is a key metric for us. 30-day lets us know how we're performing. $353 spent on ads. 468 opt-ins. We want to be about $1 to $1.50 per opt-in, so we're there. The next part is, okay, how much revenue came in from the database? $2,304.17 came in on 113 visits. That's a return on ad spend of 6.52, the very end, ROAS. Our goal is to use those front-end sales to drive the ads the next month. We're not trying to make up everything we do for this client all the time with that, because it's only one of the 6 things we're doing for them. And as you can see, it's working. They spent $353 on ads and they got it back 6-fold the prior 30 days. That means next month ad spend has already been recouped. We're good to go. Down here at the bottom, we can look at the days of the week. We can look at the time of the program. Was there a spike for some reason? Is things going really well? Opt-in offer. We can see what offers over here are working better. You know, this client at this point only has one hot offer because they're brand new. And then down low, we can look at the annual impact, things like that. So I'm going to go to the main page because all that's on the main page as well. So here's our main dashboard I want to walk you through that tells a story here. So you can see down here under main indicators, this client has spent $1,347. Now it's kind of deceiving because that has 2 months of their program cost in there because it takes a week or two to go live. And this client had about a week delay because of some issues internally trying to make sure they was set up correctly. So that internal cost actually with this metrics, what's on here, is somewhere around $800. And so when you look at that, we can look and go, what happened with that money? Well, we spent that money and we got these social media metrics down here, impressions, engagements, shares, reach. And then we use that engagement on the ads to drive the customer database up top, birthday, email, phone. We talked about that. We then use that database on the front end to drive sales. Might be better if I'd maybe made this thing like counterclockwise. Now I'm looking at this. This is always how I look at things, but I'm like, well, you know what? We tell the story a certain way and we're going all over the place. So I might have to readjust this dashboard. My team will love me for that. But we use that database to drive the sales. And so now we've driven 2,300 sales. We've driven 113 redemptions, 21% redemption rate. I want you to look at that. 21% of the people. So 851 engagements led to 468 opt-ins, of which 21% of them have already walked into this business in 4 weeks. That's huge. And then we use that sales data to drive our customer interactions and find out more information about them. And you can see on the right, new customers, frequent customers, lost customers. We're reaching people that weren't coming around. We're reaching the people that like to come around, and we're using that data to find the right new customers. That new customers, we'll check back here in a few months, that new customers will grow over time because we're optimizing the advertising campaigns on the front end to find new people each month that look identical to the frequent customers. That's what we do with our ad program. But the biggest part here is looking at annual impact as well. So if you look down here at main indicators, one thing we look at is, okay, we've got people that were lost customers. Can we get them to come back 6 times a year? We got people that are frequent customers. Can we get them to come back 6 more times a year? And we've got new customers. Can we get them to come back 6 times a year? The answer, that's pretty low. A lost and a new customer for this place come in once or twice a week. It's a smoothie shop. They hit it after the gym. They hit it as a meal replacement. So yes, they can get 40 or 50 visits. But what we're looking at on an annual basis, can we make an impact financially? And the answer is yes. Look at this. Annual impact. If we get that 21% of that audience that's already coming, if we get them to come back 6 times a year, over and above what they would, because now we can target them via email, text, and online advertising much more efficiently. That is what we're looking for, and that's what drives marketing. So do you know that type of data? Do you have information from your campaigns that helps you make them better? If you don't, we want to talk to you. We're always up for helping restaurants. We work with every type of restaurant you can imagine. Right now, the only type of business we don't work with that I can think of is a donut shop. So if you're a donut shop, we'd love to have you as a case study. But if you're anybody else, we've got programs for wings, burgers, steaks, seafood, smoothie shops, ice cream shops, pizza, tacos, burritos. We've got it. You want to schedule a call? Just go to restaurantroi.live/Matt. Should be a slash there. I apologize. Not sure where it went. restaurantroi.live/Matt and schedule an appointment, or shoot me a text message and have a conversation, or phone call 859-743-2408. 859-743-2408. Look forward to hearing from you. Adios.